everybody. Hello. Welcome. Today we are here to answer any questions that you have pertaining to your tax preparation needs. We are the tax professionals of KRC Tax and Business Services. My name is Tammy M. Lilly, and we have Miss Tamra Dotson. And I'm going to open the floor up so she can introduce herself and tell you about herself. We are here to answer any questions that you may have. So let's tell you a little bit about KRC Tax and Business Services. We've been in existence since 2012. I've been in the industry for over 20 years, so I have much longevity in this particular industry. Started out working for other people, worked for a couple of big corporations, and some woke up one day, decided that I wanted to create something that matches my personality, to give that personal experience. I don't want anybody to feel like just another number. So I created KRC Tax and Business Services. And I have some other things that I do as well in addition to this. But today we're going to talk about KRC Tax and Business Services. So we're here to answer any questions that you have. We do business returns as well as individual returns. So it doesn't matter what room you're in, whether you're a business owner or you're an individual, we can answer any questions that you may have. We want to put to bed any myths that you're seeing out there. You know, you get out there and discuss with people and they tell you different things because they heard this and heard that. We want to put them myths to bed, and we want to be to let you know what the real is. We're going to be talking about structuring of the business, if you're interested in being a business owner, or if you're a new business owner and you're needing some pointers on your taxes and so forth, or how to prepare taxes, as well as we're going to be talking about the CTC, which is a child tax credit. We're going to talk about the advanced child tax credit and the child tax credit. So we're going to answer any questions that you have in regards to that. We are going to be talking about the difference between using a big corporation, being self-prepared with the different, softwares that's out there. You see them online, you see them advertised as well. And we're going to talk about the difference between using us and what makes the difference with using us versus them. So without any further ado, I'm gonna open the floor up for Miss Tamara for her to tell you about herself. She's an awesome young lady, and I'm very much immensely blessed to have her on the team.
Alrighty. Hi everyone, I'm Tamara Dotson. I am mother of a beautiful baby boy who just turned one not too long ago. My business is called Building Legacy KD. I haven't quite officially announced it to everyone yet, but pretty much what my service would be doing is doing things such as bookkeeping, payroll, and also tax prep. I'm fairly new, which is why I'm extremely grateful to be partnering with Miss Tammy with all her experience. And honestly, my main focus is to help other women, especially young mothers like me, with the pandemic going on and whatnot. I know a lot of people were thrown for a loop, wasn't sure what to do. A lot of people took a big risk into starting a business and they're putting their all into it, but they may not know all the financial avenues, all the legal things they may have to do. So what I hope to do is to be able to alleviate any stress they may have as far as anything they have to take care of financially.
Thank you so much, Miss Tamara, for telling everybody about yourself. Like I said, I am so happy to have you on the team to make this tax preparation filing season a successful one, a smooth selling one, and a great one. So thank you so much for getting on with us. So, Miss Tamara wanted to do this particular live to help. Um, she's hearing a lot of stuff out there, And that's definitely a good thing. When you're hearing information out there, misinformation, you're hearing people struggle with certain things and all that kind of stuff. It's always good to get out there and get the information out there so they can understand what they need to do in order to get the best return possible. So I'm going to share in a few places. Um, and Miss Tamara is sharing in a few places if I can get it to do it. You know what? We just going to copy the link and go with that. Sometimes this Facebook and this all this stuff gets kind of cantankerous and don't want to do what you wanted to do, but you got to turn around, pivot, and get it together. So, we're gonna drop this in a few groups so we can ensure that everybody is definitely getting the information and knowing what's going on and being in the know with everything. And give a few people an opportunity to get on as well. Now we're here to answer any questions that you have. It's actually a link that you click on. If you want your name to show up when you ask the question. If it doesn't show up, I will then let you know, and you can also type in, "Hey, watching from Minneapolis. Hey, how you doing? How are you doing?" If you can click and tell us where your name. If you're comfortable, we definitely want to hear from you. Because what's showing up is Facebook user, because you have to give the system a permission to use your name, if you're comfortable with using your name. And definitely we're here to reach out to you if you have any additional questions you want to. If you're not comfortable, code. Oh, okay, Miss Ann. So any questions that you may have, you're not comfortable asking on this platform, we definitely would take the time out to reach out to you and answer any of those questions that you may have. So definitely thank you so much, Miss Ann, and everybody else for getting on with us. We are streaming on KRC Bookstore, KRC Tax and Business page. We are streaming on Tammy M. Lilly page, on my personal page. If you'd like to know where you're listening from, please let me know. We're streaming in various different groups as well as we're on YouTube. So we are here to help. So the first topic I want to go into details about is the child tax credit. Um, the child tax credit is a credit that has been, there in existence for a while. But just recently, just last year, they had the advanced child tax credit. And that is to kind of soften the blow of the pandemic, with people losing jobs, with their hours being cut back, and, just help people along the way, to kind of, make those ends meet. So, all last year, a lot of people was receiving the advanced child tax credit. Now, if you've been receiving that advanced child tax credit, you will receive in the mail, if you haven't already. It's called a letter 6419. 6419 is letter 6419. So if you've received that, make sure you keep up with it so you can go to your tax professional, come see us, and get your taxes prepared. You need to have that form, because what that does, that tells us how much of advanced child tax credit that you have received, so you can make sure you get an accurate return completed. And it also lets us know that if you did not receive it, you receive that letter and you did not receive advanced child tax credit, that letter lets us know, hey, this person didn't receive this credit. We got to make sure that you get that credit on your tax return. So it doesn't matter if you're not required to file. And you didn't receive that money, you definitely want to go ahead and file and have that letter readily available, so we can make sure you get your child tax credit. Now, another type of person that falls in that category, that may not have got that credit if you had a child in 2021. So the IRS does not know that you have these children, so they never received sent you advanced child tax credit. This allows you to get claim your child tax advanced child tax credit this year. So, please make sure you keep up with those letters if you receive them. If you go in and you receive this letter and you don't bring it in with us, we don't know that you received the advanced child tax credit. So, what happens is this return appears with an error. So this May, the IRS will have to go in and readjust everything, and this is going to put a big major delay with your refund. So to ensure a timely refund coming to you, you do want to make sure you put this information on there because the IRS has the information, regardless if the tax professional doesn't have the information. They have the information, and this will look appear as if an inaccurate return, and they will adjust it. So another letter that you should have received if you haven't received it yet, is your letter 6475. So this particular form shows your stimulus check. So if you did not receive all of your stimulus, again, what are those people that fall in that category? Is people that had children in 2021. You may not didn't get all your stimulus. So you walk around, then you see everybody getting these stimulus checks, and you don't get your stimulus check. Where's my stimulus check? How are they gonna pay me my money? What happens is you're able to claim that on your tax return, and you're able to get your stimulus money. Now it comes in, it shows up as a credit, as a recovery rebate credit. So make sure that if you get this form, do not hide it away and don't claim it, because what will happen again, it will put a hold on your refund, and the IRS have to go in and readjust it, which it puts a big delay on everything. And unfortunately, the IRS is extremely behind, and so you definitely don't want them to have to go through and reassess your return to wait to receive that your refund. So you want to ensure a refund coming to you in a timely manner. To help it come in a timely manner, you do want to make sure you claim those two things on your return if you receive those letters. So definitely please be mindful that you definitely want to make sure you put that on there, because the IRS has record of it. So they're not going to give you this more stimulus money and you already got all that you was entitled to. They're not going to give you additional child tax credit if you got all that you was entitled to. So please make sure that you get a accurate return. Prepared. KRC Tax and Business Services can definitely help you with that. You can reach out to us. KRC Tax and Business Services. Our website is www.krctaxbusiness.com. You can reach out to us. Our telephone number is, you could text or you can call 832-443-8177, and we'll definitely make sure you get taken care of. You can reach us by any of those means, or you can send us an email at info@krctaxbusiness.com. You can inbox even Miss Tamara Dotson or me, Tammy Lilly, and we can, make sure we get you all squared away. Thank you so much for offering to share with your friends in business. We definitely appreciate that. We definitely have a referral program in place for those who refer, and let us know that you referred us. We would definitely, make sure you get the proper credit for that and get your referral fee. So we do offer that here at KRC Tax and Business Services as well. Miss Tamra, do you have anything you would like to add?
Mm, I would definitely like to say all the information you covered was really great. I would only ask, what are some things that would be good for new business owners who just started maybe last year, or it, within the last year or two, like some of the check boxes they need to tick off. Like, I know a lot of people didn't know that they should probably set aside about 15% of their business earned income to cover for their taxes. So things like that.
Yes, ma'am. Very, 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 very good statement as well. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna run and run a commercial real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll address some of the things pertaining to having a business, and what is best for your business. So, we'll give you some nuggets about that. All right. That particular commercial was provided by a young man who wrote a book, and he talks about different pandemic things that are going on for our children, to give our children an outlet to, be honest about how they're feeling and the different changes. And unfortunately, we've been in this thing for over a year, 2 years, and we're still dealing with it. So we have to make sure our children are being taken care of, and they have an anxiety release from that. So um all right. The business side of it. I want to show y'all my book real quick. This is one of the books that I wrote. It's called Why Your Refund Is So Low, and it's by myself. This book, it talks a lot about different foundational things for your business, things that you need to do. One of the topics that we talk about in this particular book is I get to my cable content page, I'll be all right. Okay. All right. We talk about things like registering your business the right way. We talk about record keeping. And one of the things we talk about, as well as getting a tax professional. So those are three topics that we cover in that. And one of the things that Ms. Tamara spoke about is designated some, allocating some funds to take care of your taxes. Now, the thing about that is, if it's your first year, I mean, you may or may not want to. It's always good practice to allocate some funds to your to pay for your taxes, whether you have franchise taxes or um you have sales tax and all that kind of stuff. It's always a good idea to allocate some funds for that, and as well as paying your income taxes each year. Now, unfortunately, a lot of times business owners may not necessarily know how much to allocate for that, because you may be new in business, so you don't know what your business is necessarily doing far as funding is concerned. Generally, once you kind of get the ball rolling with things, for me, um, then you'll know what your tax bill may look like. Now, you have um each quarter you can pay your taxes, and I'm gonna give you your deadlines. I gotta look that up because um you got quarterly every four months. So you got January, February, um April, excuse me, January, February, March, April, May. So you got your fourth month. So generally, I believe it's about 15 days after that deadline. I do have to look that up. Give me 1 second. Quarterly. I need to go back and say quarterly, specifically quarterly. Now, what will happen is, if you do not pay that particular quarterly tax, then they can penalize you for not paying your quarterly. There it is, tax payments. So they can actually penalize you for. Okay. They can actually penalize you for not paying your taxes. You can pay them all at the end of the year, but if you don't owe so much, they actually can kind of waive your that penalty that they charge. So it really depends on how much you owe. Like last year, we had the first payment was actually due April 15th. So your quarterly is your January 1st to March 31st. So that particular tax bill will be due at the 15th of the month um of April. Your second payment will be due June 15th. And that's for your tax, the money that you made, that you taxed on the money that you made from April 1st to May 31st. And then your third quarter is June 1st to August 31st. And that tax bill is due September 15th, was due on that day. Your fourth quarter is your January 1st to your December 31st. And that tax bill was due January 15th. So if you did not pay your tax bills, you can, pay with your tax return this particular year. And really depending on how much you owe, you could possibly get it waived. Especially if you're in your first year of business. The IRS do understand that a lot of times in first year we don't have a whole lot of revenue coming in. You have probably a lot more expenses than you normally would have because you have your startup costs. One of the things you may not have to buy every year is a computer. Another thing you may not have to do every year is doing your business structure, if you're paying for your LLC. So a lot of these things, you don't have to pay. So realistically, you're looking at about 3 years. You may not make any money off your business. You might be in the red because you have a lot of expenses of startup. But after 3 years, if you keep taking a loss, then the IRS can actually look at it as a hobby versus a business. So, um, but that's basically just of a business, structuring your business, setting your business up, paying your business taxes, and so forth. So, definitely, if you have more questions, more in depth than that, you definitely can reach out to us. And then the different revenue ways you can reach out to us. You can reach out to me, Tammy Lily, or Miss Tamra Dotson. Both of us are on Facebook. You can definitely email us at info@krctaxbusiness.com, or you can contact us, text or call 832-443-8177, and we'll answer any additional questions, anything you would like for us to elaborate further on, in regards to your business taxes or even your individual taxes. So, let's see. I think we covered all our oh, last and definitely not least is I want to talk about the a lot of people would ask a question is, why would I have somebody do my return when I can do it myself, and I can go on one of those different programs, some online programs, and I can do my taxes myself. The difference between those are is if you use one of the online programs, actually a lot of times they tell you that you can start your return for free. That's not necessarily meaning that you can file your taxes for free. That's merely just starting out. That's creating a profile and getting started. That's not the whole shebang that's going to be free. So they do have fees that they do assess depending on your tax return. Um, with us, you get um, a more personal touch. We can answer any questions you may have. And another thing, those softwares are not as user friendly as most people think they are. If you're not already knowing what your tax refund is going to look like, what credits you're entitled to, there may be credits that you may not realize you're entitled to because this particular year we have a lot more credits and deductions that have been added on, such as the recovery um, rebate credit that they've added on, among some other things. You may not know that you're entitled to it. So what you'll be doing is basically a lot of times you could be leaving money on the table and don't realize that you're leaving money on the table. Our prices are competitive. Our prices are reasonable. So, and we also offer the bank products where we can take the tax tax fee directly out your refund if you're entitled to a refund. So, and that's basically what the gist is with that is, you could be leaving a lot of money on the table and don't realize you're leaving it. You don't have nobody go behind you to make sure that you did not leave something out. And I used the example of I had somebody that came to me and said, "Hey, um, I'm not seeing my refund like I supposed to see my refund." And because this person could not figure it out, they came to me. And it took me less than 2 minutes to go in there, and I knew what I was looking for. And I click, 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 and a refund shot up, by $5,000. So, really, do you want to leave that kind of money on the table? I mean, do you want to receive $300 or $5,000 plus? So, definitely that's the difference between using us versus the software that may or may not be free, depending on, what kind of tax return that you may have. Now, the difference between us and the big corporations is, again, you get that personal experience with us. A lot of these different places, and I'm not going to go in great details with names, a lot of these places are about volume. They want people to come in, they need people to get to pay, and they need to come to quick, because unfortunately, as a tax professional, as a tax company, you're only doing taxes 4 months out the year, or for most part, and that's where their peak season is at. So they're trying to take those 4 months and they're trying to do enough volume to be able to maintain for all 12 months. They have overhead they got to take care of. If they have a building that they keep up with every single year, they got to pay for that all 12 months. They can't pay for it for 4 months and not pay for the remainder 8 months. They still got to pay electricity. They still got to pay water. They still got to maintain that building as if they're there all the time. And they have to pay those employees. So, with that being said, although we are a year-round company, but our tax preparation side of it is not 100%. It's not to maintain all 12 years. So you may or may not get that personal experience because they're about volume. We're about service. So that's basically the difference between, using us versus them. If you have any additional questions in regards to what you need to do to make your tax return look better the following year, you may not do it because 2021 is gone. There's nothing you can do except a few things about 2021 to get a best return in 2022. Here at KRC Tax and Business Services, we give you the full service. We look over your return and we'll tell you if you end up owing, well, you just need to do this, this, and this, and you won't owe. Or to get a best return, get a bigger refund, you just need to do this, 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 and we're going to give you the full service, because a lot of people as business owners, a lot of times they try to wipe out as much as their income as possible. And that's the difference between a tax preparer versus a tax professional. A tax professional is going to look at your return and analyze your return in its entirety and let you know, okay, this may not be the next best solution to go this way. So we're full service. And so that is the difference between using the big corporations and using us for your tax preparation needs. So, um, Miss Tamara, you have any questions or want to add anything on before we end out?
No, not any more questions. I think we covered a lot of good topics in this session. I just want to put a reminder out there. You can reach out to us if you have any questions. If you would like to have more live engaging sessions like these, be sure to put inquiries about that as well. So, and thank you for doing this.
Thank you so much, Miss Tamara, for taking initiative and saying that this is something that we really, really need to do. As you see, this young lady is a very hardworking young lady. So if she is in your area and you're looking at her to be your tax professional because she's in your area, please reach out to her because that just speaks volumes for her work ethic. So she is going to make sure you're good and squared away. So, and Miss Ann said, thank you. So that definitely speaks volumes for her work ethics. And she's going to make sure you're well taken care of. She's going to make sure you're well informed in regards to your tax return and make sure you get the best return possible. As a business owner, um, you definitely want to get this book. It's only $20 and it is on KRC bookstore website. So it's www.krcbookstore.com. Get your book today. Um, and all of our clients will get a special offer pertaining to this book. A lot of great information in there to help you out with your foundational things in your business. And although our target is to how to get more money back from the IRS your first business year, although it says that, there are a lot of things you can actually learn as a seasonal business owner. So don't let that divert you from getting that book today. You've been in business for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. There's still things in there that you definitely can learn and utilize and remind you of certain things that you need to do for your business to be able to prepare your taxes, because that's the purpose of it. Most people think, in a year is here, and that's when it's time for me to think about doing my tax refund, tax return. No, you have to think about your return, especially as a business owner and even as an individual all year long, because you want to get the best return possible. Everybody wants to, I'm sure. So thank you so much for listening. I definitely, yes, ma'am. That is the website. Um, www.krcbookstore.com. Please make sure you get your copy today if you're interested. If you know a business owner, a good thing to do is to get that business owner that book. I know I hear people talk all the time about, their family members and so forth not supporting in their business, and they may not necessarily need the products that you sell, but that's a good way to support them. So go to their website and get that book today and give it to somebody, gift it to somebody. So, thank you so much, Miss Ann. And thank you so much for sharing it with your business
Thank
family.
you.
And thank you for sharing it on your wall. I thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, we're gonna do this again. If you would like, if you have a particular topic you would like to have covered, please reach out to one of us, and we will make sure that we cover that topic here, right here on this stream next time around. So, thank you so much for watching. Everyone have a very blessed day. Again, my name is Tammy M. Lilly, and we have,
Mara Dotson.
yes, ma'am. And she is in your Maryland area. So please reach out to her, get her, and have her work on that return for you, because you see how diligently she is. She's going to do that for you and then some on your tax return. So thank you so much for watching.